Good evening, everybody. My name is Stefan Viella, and I would like to welcome you formally to the 2021 Passing the Torch ceremony. Now, a few of you might be wondering why I'm here, and that's a simple explanation. Jason asked me to say a few words, and I had a hard time figuring out what to say. I had a hard time figuring out what sentiments to give in what I feel like is one of the most impactful and important years we've ever lived through. Um, do I talk about our strength? Do I talk about our resilience? Do I talk about our passion and our purpose? Do I talk about the mission of this academy that each and every one of you saw to it that it continued throughout this global pandemic? Do I talk about the friendship and the bonds that were strengthened throughout the time that we were here? Do I talk about every lesson that we all learned as a group and all the tears we cried, all the smiles that we cracked, all the jokes that we made? I think what I'll talk about is celebrating, because this is a celebration, right? We are celebrating every single accomplishment. For those of us that are adamant members of this society, we're celebrating the moments where you guys gave time when you didn't have to. You guys encouraged others when you could have just stayed to yourself. This year has changed us for so many reasons, but this academy, it didn't change. The love that we have for one another didn't change. So for that, I honestly want to thank you. Now, as tonight we light the eternal flame and we pass the torch on to the next generation, I would personally like to thank those who have been with me this entire time for not only the 2021 Passing the Torch Committee, but to all of my friends in SLA. You guys literally this past year have been my rock, and I'm utterly grateful to you. So, as one of my favorite Disney characters would say, please be our guest and allow us to honor you tonight, honor your accomplishments, honor your triumphs, honor the fact that you guys are amazing individuals. So, without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to the hostess of this year's Passing the Torch. She is a woman that, for some of you, does not need an introduction. She's a person that is a mother. She's a friend. She's a mentor. She's a mentee. She's also one of the single most strongest people that I know. And I'm honored to not only call her a family member, but also a friend. So I will pass it on to the wonderful Miss Yanira Arias, who will continue our ceremony for us. Thank you all so much for all that you've done in this past year. Congratulations to tonight's honorees, and we hope that you have an amazing time. Thank you.
Now, this is a moment of celebration, isn't it? There is a time to reflect, and there is a time for us to continue with our life. In my country, there is a phrase that says that our Father does not give you challenges that you can conquer, meaning that battles are given to those that can succeed in it. But after COVID and being a student and continue with our life, it gave a sense that we were being in a survival mode. At least I feel like that. I felt like that. During that time, there were a question that remained in my head, and it was that if life was a movie, and keeping in mind that we are being given the challenges that we can conquer, what type of character is can represent this generation of students the best? And if you can relate to this image, you will agree that this is the character that can represent us the best. Just kidding. Welcome to the cohort of warriors. We today celebrate you all. You made it all the way through here, and today we celebrate your success. This being said, I now have the honor to introduce to you an amazing person that has earned a place in my heart. She's the one of the biggest fighters, always being there, mastering all her goals, and going beyond. There is no word to describe how proud I feel with your achievements. You are an inspiration and a real queen. With this, allow me to introduce to you the amazing Isabel Neira. Thank you.
Gracias, mi querida Yanira, por tan bonita introducción. Recuerda, yo estoy muy orgullosa de ti por todos tus logros y por compartir muchas experiencias lindas conmigo. Eres un excelente estudiante. Muy buenas tardes a todos. Todos sean muy bienvenidos a nuestra gran celebración de hoy, que todos ya saben, pasando la antorcha. Este es un momento de celebración, ¿no es así? En primer lugar, quiero dar gracias a Dios por siempre ayudarnos en cada momento y permitirnos estar aquí este momento. Después quiero felicitar y dar gracias al señor Jason Lifton. Mil gracias por todo su apoyo, mil gracias por su gran dedicación y liderazgo y visión en este asombroso programa SLA Leadership Academy. Yo estoy muy agradecida por permitirme ser miembro de este maravilloso programa y fue muy hermoso y un honor poder aprender de usted y de cada uno de ustedes muchas cosas. Fue una experiencia única en mi vida. También quiero dar gracias a todos los que están presentes aquí hoy. Ustedes son los que han hecho posible esto durante todo este año 2021. Con sus horas voluntarias, ayudando a nuestros estudiantes de Hostos, asistiendo a nuestros workshops, haciendo posible muchos proyectos en este programa y también ayudando a nuestra comunidad con sus horas voluntarias. Eso es hermoso y muy valioso. Mil gracias, pues hoy celebremos juntos este día y muchas felicidades para cada uno de ustedes y celebremos juntos sus éxitos logrados y que sigan obteniendo muchos éxitos en cada uno de sus vidas. Dios les bendiga a cada uno de ustedes. Mil gracias. Next, I will be presenting to our wonderful alumni who is our design. Andrew, he is very helpful student. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. You are an excellent student.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name's Andre Thompson. I'm a Hostos alumni, and today I'll be reciting the honor oath. Now, if you will, please repeat after me. I pledge to be honest and have the courage to hold myself accountable for my actions, and in that spirit, I promise never to betray my integrity, my character, and the trust of the college community. Thank you. Now I would like to pass it on to Tiana Cordero, who will be telling us the genesis of passing of the torch. Thank you.
The passing of the torch. The history of our torch ceremony and the flame of knowledge and experience that we share here at Hostos as members of the Student Leadership Academy has a storied history. In the spring of 2008, the first passing of the torch ceremony took place and was called a secret ceremony, and the members did not expect to have any guests. It turned out that not only did they have an audience, but they had the Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs and the Vice President of Student Development and Enrollment Management. The Dean and the President of the college even appeared and stayed for the entire ceremony. The ceremony took place in the lounge. The food was served and eaten in room C391. That would be unimaginable now. At the time, there were only 75 members of the academy, and every single one was in attendance that year. They had all agreed to wear white, with the lone exception of one who wore completely black and Jason who wore a fuchsia shirt. Everyone else stuck to the script. It was much like it is today on its 14th anniversary, a celebration of the Academy and an opportunity to share the knowledge and experience that each member has attained as part of the group. The major difference in the ceremony today is the participation of the alumni. They are a vital part of the organization and return to help us celebrate and share the flame of knowledge each year. We have also added color to the program after the 5th year. For the first 5 years, it was all black and white. And as we closed out the 5th year with both a commitment to the past and future, we decided to change the model and add one color each year: red, royal blue, and this year, Black and Orange. We also decided to add a subtitle to each program, so it is not only passing the torch. An example of this is during the 8th anniversary of passing the torch, we used the subtitle Cultura Anini. One more thing before I forget. At the first ceremony, when Maria Delgado, Yocosta Polanco, Yuseini Ortiz, Elizabeth Soriano, and Mai Custodio led the way, Jason gave all the members a special gift. That year, it was a one-of-a-kind glass angel in a spectrum of colors. Each year, there has been a special gift for the members who attended. In the 5th year, it was a challenge coin that had the SLA logo on the front and the Hostos bridge on the back. It was a one-of-a-kind gift. Nobody knows what the gift will be this year, but it is something that we look forward to receiving. I would now like to pass it on to SGA President Brian Carter, who will be doing the SGA welcome address.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I'm here on the behalf of the SGA and Hostos Community College to congratulate the Student Leadership Academy and specifically Jason Lipfield on his outgoing and outstanding record as a leader in this world, in this community, and as a great citizen that I know personally. Jason is definitely a motivational individual and definitely knows how to uplift a person's spirit and soul. And ever since I know him, I haven't ever seen him turn away anyone or anybody's question. And he's always pointing you in the right direction and always giving you just what you need to make it in this world and to survive, like mentally, spiritually, and physically. He leads by example, and it's an honor to know him as an individual and a friend and a colleague. And I wouldn't know what this Hostos community would be without Jason Lipfield and the Student Leadership Academy, because ever since I've known him, he welcomed me and everybody else that I know of with open arms, and he continues to do so as we speak. And I'm just proud to know him, and oh man, he's just a man. And the Student Leadership Academy helps excel and propel a student into life on a great note, and it gives you that stability and that motivation to actually instill this in others as you come along, as you may cross their paths in life. And it's just an honor to know Jason. It's just an honor to be a part of the Student Leadership Academy. He's built me up all these years. I went from just being a regular student in Hostos to being part of an extended family of Hostos. And it's definitely a blessing and a pleasure, to be honest, to know him and know of the Student Leadership Academy. And I just would like to thank you on behalf of the SGA and myself.
Hi, my name is Folu Adeoti, and on behalf of the Student Leadership Academy, I'll be presenting the Excellence in Leadership Award. This award is given to students who not only excel in their classrooms, but also in leadership activities outside of the classrooms. The recipients for this awards are Yanira Arias, Stefan Duviela, Muiz Abaje, Charles Duwar, Brian Carter, and Isabel Nira Sanchez. Congratulations to all the recipients, and now I'll be passing it on to Rokia Diaby.
Good afternoon. My name is Rokia Diaby, and I'm part of the Leadership Academy. I'm here to present the Award for Leadership and Service, and the recipients are Monsita Colon, Amdia Kimtal, Denise Felix, Roxanne Wango Bozangwenda Jamila, and Mustafa Ahmed. Congratulations to all the recipients, and we are very proud of you.
The Hostos Emerging Student Leadership and Service Award is being presented to Naomi Durvio, Henry Edwards, Lam Dane, Sukmani Nair, and Zaina Ahmed. Congratulations. I would now like to pass it on to Estelle Magambia, who will be presenting the Non-Traditional Student Leadership Award.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Estelle Nakanjik Ngambi, a Hostos alumni. This evening, I'll be presenting the Non-Traditional Leaders Award. These are leaders who dedicate and sacrifice their time, talents, and skills behind the scenes. They are ever ready whenever called upon. They do not ask or look for accolades or recognition for their selfless service. And today, I am honored to be presenting our Non-Traditional Leaders Award to the following leaders: Abubakar Abdurrahman, Sarah Ausedi, Junior Karela, Hetam Anam, Susan Cortez, Adeyote Fuloshu, Norma Gomez Selo, Ibrahim Muhammad, Muhammad Nesha. Last but not the least, Leoton Ozora. Thank you all for your time and dedication to the Hostos Leadership Academy. I'm now passing on the floor to our next presenter, Sakina Switzer.
Good evening. My name is Sakina Switzer, and I'm a Hostos graduate and member of the Student Leadership Academy Alumni Board. Tonight, it is my honor to present the 28th Annual National Character and Leadership Symposium at the United States Air Force Academy's Participation Award. The symposium is an annual event held to bring together distinguished scholars, military leaders, corporate executives, and world-class athletes. This year, the Student Leadership Academy is excited to award Yanira Arias and Folushu Adioti. Congratulations. Up next is Rokia Diaby with this evening's next award.
Good afternoon. My name is Rokia Diaby, and I'm here to present the award for Phi Delta Kappa Excellency in Leadership. And the recipients are Umu Traore, Rosina Asiama. Congratulations to both of you, and we are very, very proud of you. And we hope that you understand that this award is very important, and it signifies how amazing you did in your community, how amazing you did in your schooling year. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Thalia Lopez, and I will be presenting the Alumni Excellence in Leadership Awards. This award contains 4 recipients who have shown excellence in leadership, although they are no longer a part of Hostos and have graduated. These are 4 of our alumni who are receiving this award. For the first recipient is a person that perseveres through ends on ends and is always trying to enjoy their time while continuing to strive in leadership. The first person is Sandra Roberts. For our next recipient is a person that has grown a lot since they have joined the program, and really continues to keep stepping up in roles. Although they are no longer actively in the program, they are still active as an alumni towards the program. Our second recipient is Andre Thompson. And for our third recipient is a person I have met more fairly recently than the first 2. She has this energy to really liven up the room, and even though we are all here in a pandemic on Zoom and just here at home, she has this ability to really make people laugh through a screen and really want to communicate with each other, which is something we kind of lost touch in this pandemic. The third recipient is Tiana Cordio. And for our last recipient is a person who strives all around the board. She is a person who works at Hostos and is very passionate about leadership. Is playing an active role in the program, although they are an alumni. Very much a sister, friend, and mentor. The last recipient is Estelle Nagabi. Thank you.
Hi again. In this moment, it is my pleasure to say that I've been honored to talk about our next recipient. She's been a role model, always committed, always pushing forward, inspiring and helping students to dare and try new things. She was in Model UN as a delegate, representing us and making us proud of our members. After her participation, she has been continuously coaching students in order for them to live and enjoy the experience. The Student Leadership Academy is honored to say that she's one of the students that always says, I am here for you. And that's unique. Your willingness is unique. And we are more than proud to have you. With this, allow me to introduce to you the incredible, talented, and beautiful young lady, Rokia Diaby.
Hi everyone. So this is Rokia Diaby, and I was awarded the award for Above and Beyond. This is such an honor for me. The Leadership Academy is like a second family for me. And all this year, when we were doing the passing of a torch, I will always wonder, how do people get the Above and Beyond award? Like, does that process go? So to be able to achieve that, to be able to be recognized by your second family means a lot to me. I'm so very happy and I'm so very grateful. I just went to pick my award, and it's been a year since I've seen Jason, and I was really, really, really happy to see him. Thank you so much, and thank you for this amazing award. Bye.
Thank you for giving your time and sharing with us today. Can't wait to do this again in person. I have enjoyed myself seeing you all in this ceremony. And with this, I will pass it on to boss, Mr. Jason Lippett, who is the best leader, friend, and mentor one can desire. It has been an honor to have you as such, and we are more than grateful to have you in our side. This being said, I give you now Mr. Jason Lippett. With love, boss, in order to close this amazing ceremony. Wishing you the best in your finals and in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Inira. I really appreciate your words. And good evening, everyone. I'm happy that you could join us tonight for the annual Pass the Torch ceremony. For those of you that are unfamiliar with what we do, this is a capstone ceremony to celebrate the accomplishments of all the members of the Leadership Academy over the course of the academic year 2020-2021. And these have been extraordinary times. This is not our regular sort of scenario for having a Pass the Torch ceremony, even though we did it virtually last year and we're doing it virtually this year. It is, however, a celebration as you have heard over the course of the last few minutes, of all of the wonderful things that have been done by the members of the Leadership Academy since the beginning of the year. Now, I don't want to sugarcoat it. This would normally be a celebration of volunteering, going out on retreats, doing extraordinary things outside of the college campus as well as on the college campus. And unfortunately, the pandemic has sort of taken away a lot of the things that we were able to do. So on an annual basis, before the pandemic, we were doing anywhere from 52 to 99 volunteer projects every year, which included activities all across the 5 boroughs in upstate New York, and crossing the borders into Westchester and a number of different places. This year, we weren't able to do much of that. Some volunteering had happened in person, and some volunteering happened virtually. Happy to say that a number of our members participated in some activities where we handed out laptops to students who were in need at the very beginning of the year, and a large group of our student Leadership Academy body participated in the annual Thanksgiving event this year, sponsored by the Wellness Program. The Student Leadership Academy is one of those unique places where people get to come together, meet, greet, communicate, and have conversations about relevant topics that are important to not only the community but also to the world today. And one of the things that we instituted back in 2008 was the Friday Ambassador Workshop Series. Every Friday we would meet 3:30 to 5:30 in the fall and the spring semesters. It was a great opportunity for us to commune, to have conversations, to be inspired by relevant speakers who were talking about issues that were contemporary and of the moment. And this year was no different. Even though we had to move to a virtual platform, our speakers volunteered their time, even though we didn't have a budget, to participate and to give back to our community and share their knowledge, their experience, their wisdom, and their insights about what's going on in the world today, what it takes to be a great leader in the world today, and what are some of the challenges that are facing leaders in the world today. And so every week in the fall and in the spring semester, you and I met with these wonderful speakers, and so I want to say a big thank you to all of them for contributing their time. Some were members of our Hostos community, some were members of our CUNY community, but a lot of them were members of the world community, and some of them were our alumni who came back to give back. So thank you all for participating and giving us your wonderful breadth of experience and sharing with us. The other thing that we continued to do was to have different conversations about different topics that were important in the community. And so last Juneteenth, which was right after our ceremony last year, we had a major conversation amongst our members, our former members, led by Samantha Jackson, our diplomat, about the issues that were going on in the country at that time. And it was an important conversation. There were over 70 members who participated, and it started a string of conversations that went on throughout the course of the year, continued on by our student government presidents, Muiz Agbaje and Brian Carter. So I was proud to be a part of that, proud to be able to have that conversation and to have it led by a United States diplomat serving, who is a former member of the Hostos Student Leadership Academy. So thank you to Samantha, thank you to everybody who participated in that conversation and who led the efforts to have more of those conversations throughout the course of the year. As we look forward and think about our future, I want to say that I'm really hopeful that this is the beginning of a return to our meaning and our method and our strengths, which is to get out into the community, make an impact, and to give back to those who are in need. There will be a lot of programs going on throughout the course of the next couple of months and years, which will address the needs of the people who are out there in the public. Some of them will be paid opportunities, but you, as members of the Leadership Academy, have committed to doing service, volunteering your time without expecting anything in return. and I expect nothing less of you as we move forward. There will be calls, as there have been calls, for volunteers on a regular basis to make impact in the community. And I look forward to going back to Pot Soup Kitchen and to the New York Common Pantry and to Bedford-Stuyvesant to give out books and toys to children at Christmas as part of the Bedford Restoration Project's RFK National Holiday Celebration. And I look forward to going back to Chinatown and singing to the senior citizens at Christmas time. These are extraordinary programs. These are things that we missed over the course of the last year, and I really look forward to having an opportunity to get back to them. And I know that you do as well. So I want to thank you for your service, for your commitment to all of the work that we've done in the past, all of the work that we're doing right now, and all the work that we're going to do in the future. And as a reminder, I want to say that this program, this Passing the Torch, is not put together by a group of administrators. It's put together by students like yourself. And this year's committee has done an extraordinary job underneath extraordinary circumstances to make sure that we were able to continue our annual tradition of the Passing the Torch. We've been doing this since 2008. So I want to thank Stefan Davila, who was our chair of our program this year. I want to thank all of the members of the committee, all of the participants who read names, who presented awards, even those who received awards. Your contributions have left an indelible mark on our community, and they are important contributions. So thank you for committing to doing this and making this effort. I also want to thank Folu especially for putting the video together, and I want to thank Andre for designing our photo for the flyer and for the backgrounds here. Thank you for those contributions. And I also want to say something about Yanira. You know, Yanira came to me a couple of weeks ago, and she had just presented something, and she said, I really, really want to speak in public more. And I said, well, you need to be the mistress of our ceremony. She said, well, what's that? And we went through it, and she said, oh, I'm going to do it. And so thank you, Yanira, for volunteering and being willing to be the lead on this, and for taking on the speaking role and actually, you know, leading our conversation here today as far as the Passing the Torch. And obviously shout outs to everybody else who participated here. Tiana, Isabel, Andia, Mansita, Brian, Louise, Andre, it's everybody who was involved behind the scenes. Thank you very much for making the contribution. Even our alumni, Destiny, Michelle, and a lot of people who sort of supported all of the efforts as we went through this to make this event happen. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend Rokia Diaby. You know, so Rokia received the Above and Beyond Award. That's an award that we don't give out very often. We don't give it out every year. But every so often somebody does something extraordinary, and we really want to celebrate their accomplishment. And so Rokia, who was who was a member years ago, who became a member of our alumni board, chose to, of her own volition, to decide to be in charge of our Model United Nations team, which happened virtually this year, but happened in person last year. And she's done it for both years. And so what Rokia actually did was she organized the team, she trained them, and then she led them as we were participating in the simulation. And I have to give Rokia a lot of credit. I don't know that I could have done it alone. I definitely was the sidekick on that effort, and so Rokia was the main person and the main contact person for all the students who participated in, and we were recognized for our accomplishments. So Rokia, congratulations. It's well deserved. Thank you for doing this, especially when you weren't even a student anymore. We appreciate you. The Student Leadership Academy loves you. I love you. And continued success to you as you go along your career. All that being said, and you know, this is always a time of reflection. Every year that we come together and we do this Passing the Torch, I sort of reflect on the past. It's been a really strange time. I don't think anybody would say any different. What I can say is that the only reason that the Leadership Academy survived throughout the pandemic was because of you. Because of your contributions, whether it was volunteering, whether it was participating in our workshop series, our winter workshop series, or getting involved in our leadership forums or our film series. You made everything function. You made everything work. You made it possible for the Leadership Academy to continue on mission. And also to our speakers, you made it possible for our students to continue along their journey to develop their leadership skills, to hone their leadership craft, to become the great, extraordinary leaders that they will become. So thank you, every single one of you, for making this contribution. It will not be forgotten, and your legacy will last long beyond your years, as is true of all of those folks who came before you, who will be joining us, I hope, in a very few minutes when we meet to pass the torch. So thank you again for your contributions. Thank you again for your support. And thank you most of all for your love. I have embraced it, and every Friday it's still the one thing that I look forward to every week, to be able to sit there with you, to have a conversation, to be able to commune with you, to be able to say every one of your names when I say goodbye to each of you. Is really important and has really given me extra value and extra meaning to the work that I do. So thank you for allowing me to do that. That being said, we have a task at hand. So this is a recording, yes, and we will go live in a very few minutes. I believe at the end of this recording you're going to see a slide which says to please join us at a particular Zoom location at 7 p.m. so that we can light, pass, share the torch of knowledge that is the Hostos Student Leadership Academy, and all of the efforts and experiences of everybody who's ever participated. So I hope that you'll join us there. I hope that you'll be able to participate with us live at that event. And if not, if you're only going to watch the recording, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. I thank you for watching this video. And know that we will continue on mission as long as we can, striving to make the world a better place, working as a community, for the community, in the community. That's the motto we were built on, and that's the work that we've been doing since back in 2007. This ceremony is only a capstone. This sort of closes out the year. But the work is never done, and the mission is always out there for us to take up and take hold of. So thank you. I look forward to seeing you soon. I look forward to working with you as we move forward. And I wish you safe passage, safe travels, and a healthy home. So I look forward to seeing you soon. And thank you.